Why men need to love their moms. So you know how when dating as a man, one of the immediate red flags in a girl is if she has daddy issues, you know? And it's because if she has daddy issues, that means that she's never had a good masculine father figure, right? And so she doesn't really know how to respect a man the way that she should. She doesn't know how to respect the one that's in charge, you know? And so she's not going to, she doesn't have that mindset or that skill set to respect you. So it's going to lead to a lot of complications, and she's going to be very needy and blah, 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 all that shit, right? We don't deal with that shit, right? It's just too much to handle. So that is a red flag when with girls, right? If they have daddy issues. So you could say the exact same about men and their relationship with their moms. And I'll explain this, but just in case, just to let you know, I'm sniffing a whole lot because I have a shit ton of allergies. It's early in the morning. I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm trying to drink my Monster. It's the cure to everything. So, but yeah, if I'm sniffing and my eyes are kind of like watery, it's because I have allergies. But I'm powering through because might as well. Okay, back to the video. And this claim is purely based off of like bro science, okay? I'm sure there is some sciencey, techie, statistical studies on the subject. I was going to look into them, but then I was like, you know what? I don't really give a fuck. So I'm just going to go purely off bro science because it makes sense, right? I mean, everybody knows, and it's like a thing on social media and just in life in general. It's like everybody knows that a girl that has daddy issues is a red flag, right? But what we don't talk about is, yeah, if men have mommy issues, I guess you could say. And so here's what I'm talking about. So as you know, females are very complicated people, right? They are very complicated. And I've come to this realization recently that they will always be complicated and chaotic, unfortunately, for the rest of our lives. They'll always be complicated. Oh, the monster's coming back up. They'll always be complicated. They'll always be a little bit annoying and a little bit of a hassle, a little bit of like a burden, right? And if you're like, oh, I don't think that way about my mom. Oh, that's such a bad thing to say about your mom. Shut up. You know that there are some parts of not only just your mom, but just women in general that is annoying. Come on, you don't have to lie. There's parts of them that piss you off. They have certain traits, certain things that they do that piss you off. I know it does for me. I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's just life. It's because men and women are different. We don't see things exactly from each other's point of views. And there's things that women find annoying in men. It's the same thing. There's no need to get all offended by it. But yeah, so your mom will forever be this way. Don't wait or pray for her to change that trait that she has that pisses you off, right? There could be everything about your mom that you love, right? But there might be one little thing that just pisses you off. Don't just tolerate it. Acknowledge it right now. Think of what pisses you off about your mom. For me, on the top of my head is that my mom is very, she's overprotective, right? And I know she does this out of love, right? I know it doesn't come from a bad place. She is a good mom. But it's just something that becomes annoying after a while, right? And I don't know what your relationship is with your mom, or if you can think of one or maybe a couple of things with your mom, whatever the case may be. Just think of what sometimes pisses you off about your mom, right? As men, we are wired to try to fix things, right? We see a problem and we think automatically, okay, how can I fix this, right? That's just how we are. It's just an embedded trait in us, right? With women, we need to let go of our natural instinct to try to fix her because, like I said in the beginning, she will always be this way. Nothing is going to change that, no matter how good of a fixer-upper you are, right? Your mom will always have this trait, this characteristic that will piss you off, unfortunately. It's just how it is. So instead of trying to listen to your natural instinct of trying to fix her, which there's nothing wrong with that, it's just that it's not going to work, right? And so instead of trying to fix her and try to fix that quality that pisses you off, practice love instead. I know that sounds weird and it doesn't seem to make sense. It's because of our male brains being like, why can't I just try to fix her? It's not going to work, trust me. It just doesn't. I've tried and it leads to absolutely nowhere, and it kind of makes things worse, as a matter of fact. But by loving her, by finding humor in what pisses you off, might appeal to her a little bit better and might make her do less of that characteristic that pisses you off, right? So try to find humor in the constant drama that women live in, right? They seem to make things so much more complicated than they are, right? And I don't know if they do it intentionally or unintentionally. Either way, they do it. And we see it as men and we're like, what the fuck? Why? It's so unnecessary, right? So just like that, just try to find humor in that instead of being like, oh, there she goes being a dramatic bitch for no reason again. Right? Just say that. It's okay. If that's what you think, just say it. It's fine. But yeah, just try to find humor in it though. Just be like, oh my gosh, she's doing it again. She's being a dramatic bitch for no reason at all. Right? That's okay. So try to appeal to your, and it doesn't have to be just purely about your mom, right? This is what this video is about, but it could be about women in general. It could be about your girlfriend, your wife, your sister, just any female, right? Instead of trying to appeal to her logic, try to appeal to her emotions, because her emotions are her more dominant trait, right? Generally speaking, some people might get pissed off at this. I don't care. Generally speaking, men are more logical and women are more emotional. That's just how it is, and that's good because it's two halves meeting together as a whole, right? The male lacks his emotional side, the woman makes up for that. The woman lacks her logical side, the male makes up for that. We complete each other, right? All right, good. We're all good. Good. Don't cancel me. But yeah, try to appeal to her emotions, which is her more dominant trait, rather than logic, rather than trying to fix it, rather than trying to do what we think is just right. And in David Dieter's book, The Way of the Superior Man, he talks about this a little bit. And he has a quote about this, and so I'm going to read that quote to you. He says, "The love you exhibit may realign her behavior, but your effort to fix her and your frustration never will." And that is facts. No matter how hard you try to fix that trait that your woman or your mom, your girlfriend has that pisses you off, no matter how hard you try to fix it, or it will never be fixed. Like I said, it's just an unending emotional drama with women, right? You need to accept that and try to find the humor in it instead. And try to appeal to her emotions rather than to logic. It doesn't seem to make sense for us men, but trust me, it works a whole lot better rather than trying to fix it. When you try to fix it, that makes things a lot worse, right? She gets all pissed off and offended, and yeah, it's just not a good scene, right? So the more you do this, the better relationship you will have with your mom / with your girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. And so the better relationship you have with your mom will equal better relationships that you have with women in general. And so we are taking away that red flag of the mommy issue, and we are replacing it with love and humor in what doesn't seem to make sense to us men, which is women in general, right? But yeah, that's what I got for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Do all that shit so that you can get more helpful self-improvement tips from me. My name is Matthew, and I'll see you.